Okay. Here's another one. This one will be over the anime called Princess Resurrection, or otherwise known as Kabutsu Ojo. I think I say it. Anyway, it aired from April 13th, 2007 to September 28th, 2007. Oh yeah, and basically there might be some, before I begin also, there might be spoilers, maybe some minor cursing, I don't need the rights to nothing, cover the basics. Okay. Cover that. Okay. When Hiramori tries to save a beautiful young woman from certain death, he ends up a dead hero himself. However, since the drop-dead girl is Hime, daughter of the king of monsters, his reward is to come back as a not-quite-living soldier on her guard of horror. That means helping fight off the army of supernatural monstrosities Hime's siblings are unleashing against her in hopes of moving up the ladder of succession. And if facing off with vampires and zombies isn't bad enough, how can anyone be prepared for the really weird ones? Like were-sharks, pandas, and killer dumplings. This sure as hell isn't the afterlife hero was hoping for. But the really sad part is that Hime is the good girl in all this. Or at least close enough. As close as to good as you can come when you're on the wrong side of the gates of hell. Okay. I did like this one. It had, I like the horror. Everything had some good, what's the word? It wasn't anticlimax. Sure it's a mid-older one. I kind of wanted him to get together with Hime, sort of, but not gonna happen. Anyway. Again, the villains were actually villains. He had to kill them off. He's like an immortal warrior sort of thing, as long as he gets fed the flames of life from her. To keep that, and if it runs out, he goes back to being a corpse. So basically, any wound inflicted on him gets healed. Basically, he's immortal, sort of. Yeah, so him and his sister are basically working for her, Hime, in her mansion in Japan. So his sister doesn't know about any of this, and it's kind of, how should I say this? She's an airhead, I guess you could say. Because all this shit that happens down to the mansion. Sure, in the first 3-4 episodes, the mansion gets burned down twice. Twice, people. And there's freaking chainsaw marks all over the house. The house is destroyed regularly towards the beginning of the series. It's a little weird. Anyway. And his sister doesn't know anything's going on. Even when later on a cat girl shows up with cat ears and a tail. Oh no, there's nothing wrong. No thought. It's really? There's a short little maid, looks like a little 10 to 13-year-old, and all she says is Fuga. And she's an android. And she freaking lifts. She can lift your what's your name? She lifts giant steel beams. When she's carrying all this shit around, his sister's like, "Oh, you're so strong." It's really? You don't see anything freaking wrong? Are you not suspicious? You just go down to that store and eat that little dessert store and eat parfaits all day when you're not working? Really? You have no freaking clue what's going on. You're living with, you can find later on that he made that her families are phoenixes. When they come to adulthood, basically they become immortal and indestructible. So basically, yeah. And so his sister's living with the Phoenix girl. Her brother, who was half immortal, a freaking super strong android, and a half werewolf. And she has no clue what's going on in the house, even though it's been burned down twice in the first 4 episodes. There's always some kind of supernatural monster going on. All this stuff happens around, she has no clue. But I mean, it is a good show. I like had plenty of action, had a good plot. It's just kind of those two had gotten the main hero had kind of gotten a little closer. I don't know, as I said, I ship everything. Just anyway, where am I? I can. There we go. Okay. I'm just rambling now. I don't know, but yeah, we've had some cute things. Oh yeah, and later He-Man's sister comes in and forms an alliance with her. Even though at some point later on they're probably gonna have to kill each other off, or kill one of each. I mean, it's a good show. I mean, like, but towards the end of the series, it's kind of like, okay, where's the rest of this series? Hello, you guys didn't end it here. We still have all this shit going down. And like 3 OVAs are kind of continuations on, though the animation has style, I guess you could say, kind of got downgraded slightly, and they do a lot more. And they do. The original series had like no panty flashes whatsoever. The OVA, which is 3 episodes, they did a lot of panty flashes for some strange reason. I don't know why. But it was good. Horror. Well, I wouldn't say it wasn't horror, but it had the monsters on board. It had vampires, werewolves, zombies, all the other freak ones. Like it had were sharks. It had like these fishmen. It had some. What's the word I'm looking for? Intense moments. I had some intense moments, climactic moments, suspenseful maybe. Yeah, and I think especially one series later on, when it's just He-Man hero going, they get stuck in the witching hour in this village that would like happen 40 years ago in the past. That was kind of a creepy episode. I'm trembling on and making no sense, am I? Yeah. Okay. I've downgraded. I don't know. Yeah. Basically, I liked it. It was good. Kind of should have used probably a bit more romance, in my opinion. I like romance shipping. It needed to continue. As I said, it kind of left off like, okay, we killed this one brother who's kind of the cause of some of the stuff from earlier on in the series, but she still got like 2 other brothers and a sister and 2 sisters. We find out about one of the sisters in one of the OVAs. It's like, okay, so yeah, these guys are still gonna have to come to your life at some point, and they're still not done. What's listening to me? Okay. I'm rambling now, as usual. I think that's good. I mean, I would watch it again. I liked it. It didn't need to go on. Out of 10 stars, I think I would give it. Somewhere 8 to 9, maybe 8.5. I don't know. I mean, I definitely did like it. I mean, I think a big chunk, but I think most of the reason why it doesn't get a full 10 because it doesn't finish, in my opinion. I mean, sure, they wrap up by killing the one brother who kind of like caught all this stuff to go down. But she still got those 2 other brothers. She's got 2 sisters. That includes the one that she has an alliance with. They all have to be, and there can only be one of them remaining at the end, who's still alive. In order to when they come to adulthood, to inherit the throne, become an immortal phoenix. Yeah, because once they become an adulthood and become an immortal phoenix, nobody can stop them. So that's the reason why they have to kill off each other. That way there can only be one. So if one of them messes up, there's nothing much the others can do about it. That's kind of probably the reason they didn't continue on, because the one sister is allied with her, so she kind of allied with her sister later on. early on in the series. So when you kind of grow attached, so they probably don't want to have to show them getting killed off. Well, they couldn't they just find some way to get around that? I don't know. That said, probably 8.5 stars. Big chunk. That 1.5 probably just taken off for not being finished, in my opinion. That wasn't much to go on. I don't know. I kind of got behind doing this. It's been a week since I watched it or so. But I guess I'll be that for now. So